You recording? Hey guys, I'm Richard Nintendo 64. I kind of made the jump from Joran, Richard Nintendo 64. But today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to kind of do some gameplay. We're also going to talk about this game I'm going to be playing. As you can see, I got my Nintendo right here. So you know we're also talking about an NES game. So the game we're going to be reviewing today is what a lot of people know is Super Mario Bros. 2. So, backstory behind this game. Basically, there was in Japan, you know, there was a Famicom, which is basically the Japanese NES, and they had an add-on for it, which is not available on the NES, which is called the Famicom Disk System. If you guys don't know, Famicom stands for Family Computer. So, they released a game for it called Super Mario Bros. 2. Which isn't in this cartridge. It has nothing to do with it. The game, in fact, was kind of a total remake. They just reskinned some of the textures, and I don't have any footage for you today because I don't own a Famicom. But I was going to show you some gameplay of this. So, I'm going to load this into the system. Turn the television on. Well, this TV takes a while to start up. It's on input 3. As you can see, I got my zapper right here. Oh! Glitching. We got some technical difficulties with the game. So I'm gonna reload it. No. Let's try that. We're gonna get all. Alright. You can tell this game is very different to the original. If you played the original Super Mario Brothers, which probably everybody has who's watching. Yeah, you can see there's a character select. This isn't a 2-player. This doesn't have a 2-player mode on it. So basically, when they brought the disc system game to America. If you guys don't know this guy, his name is Howard Phillips. Look him up. He tested the Japanese version of the Super Mario Bros. 2, and he said, "Wow, this game's too hard." So Nintendo Japan decided to make remake a game, but just putting Mario characters in it. So, basically, there's a game called Doki Doki Panic, which stands for Dream Factory Heart Pounding Panic. Or no, the full title is Yume Kojo Doki Doki Panic. Which means Dream Factory Heart Pounding Panic. So, they just reskinned it to add a few items in it to make it look like Mario items, and a few staples staples in the Mario universe were brought, like bombs. You see, there's a mushroom right there. Bombs. Shy Guys, you know, even Birdo. They kept a few other elements from Doki Doki Panic in Super Mario Bros. 2. So, what else they did was added. Okay, in the original game, Doki Doki Panic, to get the true ending, you had to beat the game with all 4 characters. Basically, Imogen, which is Mario basically in this game, had all the standard abilities. I think it was Mama, who was converted into Luigi, Papa, who was converted into Toad, and I forget he was converted into Peach. I think it was, you know, the sister was converted into Luigi. I can't remember the name right now. I will look it up. Yeah, you see, they kept stars in there. In fact, that was actually that was originally in Doki Doki Panic. So if you guys want to play the original Japanese Super Mario Brothers 2, I highly recommend, if you have a Wii U or a 3DS, you go on to the Nintendo eShop, you search Super Mario Brothers. You got, search for Super Mario Brothers Lost Levels, whatever. Now, it eventually was brought to the US, but in a different form. Basically, ever heard of the game Super Mario All-Stars? It's not a basketball game, it's basically the first 3 Mario games in a single cart. It's for the Super Nintendo, in fact. So, America and Europe got to see what the original Japanese Super Mario Bros. 2 was like. So, alright, yeah, so that's it for you guys. So, yeah. Never mess with the omen, guys. Peace!